Today, we are going to learn about content writing for SEO, strategies to rank higher on search. Now, this topic is, you can say, one of the most abused topic when it comes to SEO. SEO is an abused topic. Content writing for SEO is a very rare topic. I don't know how many of you have actually written for a website or how many of you are trying to get your website ranked or something. But the struggle with content writing for SEO and why I have picked this topic is people always look at SEO from a keyword perspective and people always take SEO कि Google search पे ऊपर आना है तो थोड़ा काम पहले का कर देते हैं like keywords देख लेंगे meta descriptions लिख लेंगे but then actual optimization which needs to happen and that is on the content side that never happens. I have seen it again and again. Now my perspective of this over the past 3 years is why this is so. It's because already when we are writing content that is a big deal. Now to optimize it for SEO is a different aspect altogether and that is where it gets missed out. So I hope to provide you very simple techniques, okay, on how you can write specifically for SEO. I have done few webinars in the past, which you guys have also attended, which are more to do with actual content writing based on structure of, structure or frameworks for content writing. But this is not that. This is something else. So let's just go through with this. My name is Jaljit Tajani, and I am the co-founder of Synclarity. Okay, Synclarity is an agency that is doing content, digital marketing, and technology. Okay, for businesses, and we do this day in day out for a variety of businesses. Okay, Anish, today, if you ask me, it's more in the edtech space. It's more in the B2B segment. Okay, and we are trying to grow ourselves out there. So this will be really useful for you guys if you guys are also trying to grow your website or else grow your traction online. Okay, uh, do you guys recognize these two people? Okay, I guess नील पटेल पूरी दुनिया जानती है मुझे लगा. Who's the other guy? Yeah, Brian. So you got it right. So one of the main things is if we today in this world talk about SEO, chances are you guys might see these two people out there. Okay. Yeah. So Neil Patel has his website, okay, where he teaches about SEO and he's made his name out there. Brian also he has a site called Backlinko wherein he teaches amazing tricks about SEO. So if you guys want to learn anything about SEO, you need to visit them and you need to check it out what these guys are doing because they have been at it for quite a long time. Okay. So I would really appreciate if you guys take your time out later and check these guys out because they are putting immense knowledge out there, which is going to make it simpler. Okay. So question is one of the first questions: what is SEO? Okay. Now, can you guys understand this part which you are seeing? So search engine optimization is the process of growing the quality and quantity of website traffic by increasing the visibility of a website or a web page to users of a web search engine. SEO refers to improvement of unpaid results and excludes direct traffic and purchase of paid placement. Okay, so this basically is a very simplest form of understanding which Wikipedia gives us, wherein it has defined SEO. Okay, wherein in very simple plain words, what it's trying to say is if you optimize for the search engine, okay, your page will rank higher on the search engine, thereby giving you an increase in traffic, both in quantity and quality. That's it. There's nothing else which is written out here. And this will be organic traffic, not paid traffic, which is correct. So this is SEO. But what we are here looking at is what is writing for SEO. Okay. And when I say writing for SEO, I have marked out few words out here. If you see search engine optimization, website traffic, website or a page, web search engine, SEO, direct traffic. Why I marked these words is this is what shows the brilliance of SEO, content writing for SEO optimization. Wherein what you have done, what you can do is you need to place the keywords, okay, or the associated related words, okay, in a way which the computer will understand, okay, which the spider or the crawler or you can say the bot will understand. Writing for SEO means to think like a human, to write like a human being, to think like a bot. Okay, you need to look at key, how will the computer go through this. So we are going to take a look at why I have highlighted these things, okay, in the coming slides. So first, let's see what is not writing for SEO. And this has been one of the things which people have been doing for ages. Whenever people think about SEO, what they do is they do repetition. They will repeat the same thing again and again, end to end. And this was a technique which was working maybe before 2012 or something, I guess. Before 2012, this was happening a lot. But over a period of time, now it's reduced because AI, machine learning, all these things have come in. The Google search actually uses AI and machine learning to understand what exactly are we writing. So it's become very intelligent. So today, if you do this, and if you are doing this in your SEO writing, what will happen is Google is going to rank it at the lowest order, and your page will not get ranked anywhere in the front page. So first thing is you have to stop repetition. You have to stop. One more thing is keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing is for not for no reason whatsoever, people start putting in keywords even where it's not necessary. Okay. So this is a very straightforward example of where I am showing two things. One is repetition. Second is keyword stuffing. The third thing is paraphrasing. You need paraphrasing. Okay. Paraphrasing is using the same idea, okay, but explain it in a different way. So that is something which can happen, which is okay, but you cannot be repeating these things over and over again. Okay. So Amay basically is asking, is repetition concerned with sentences or keywords? Amay, repetition is concerned with uh, both in a way. Keywords can be repeated, but today you need to understand, as I said, Google search uses AI and machine learning. What that means is, to put in a very simple way, imagine if we both are friends and we both are talking, okay, and I keep on, whenever I meet you, I only ask you the same thing. Like there are people, I don't know if you guys have met these friends or associates, or you can say people who ask the same thing every time. Like phone करेंगे पूछेंगे हाय कैसा है, 100 बार कैसा है का जवाब मैं क्या दूं, क्या कर रहे हैं. And when you ask them कि अरे यार ये मत पूछ, you get irritated, right? Or else when I have gone up north, maybe uh, in Rajasthan, I have seen this. People are very much concerned about the climate. Okay, so when people from Rajasthan come to Mumbai, then they start talking about things like, "Arey, there's so much humidity." Even from Delhi, I have met people who keep on talking about that. So one of the topics with a person from North, always in the normal context, they will always bring weather in some way or the other in conversation. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Okay, it's weird, but that's what happens because Mumbai weather is very different from the weather out there. So that's why that becomes a topic on top of their mind. Now imagine them doing this again and again. हर दिन मिलेंगे, हर दिन यही बात होगा. You will get irritated. Similarly, repetition is not about, so sentences, obviously it's a big no-no. Keywords also, if it is required, if it can be used, then okay. If it is not required and you are doing it just so that you're trying to fill up your page, then it's again a big no-no. Okay. Moving forward, let's look at some few basics of SEO just so that we are sure that everyone is on the same page. Sorry. So basics, one of the basics are tags. The whole idea with this is there's a H1 and H2 tag. These are nothing else but tags which is given in HTML or in your programming language for the text. Okay, these tags are, you can consider H1 to be a very important. It's highlighting the importance of that particular text. So that's why it's used. H1 tags are normally used for titles. H2 tags are normally used for subtitles. Similarly, your body text has maybe a H3 tag. Okay. So why this is important is with the title, it's like imagine you were putting up a movie, okay, and the movie अगर अनाउंस होता है पहले, सबसे पहले जो बात अनाउंस होती है वो है मूवी का टाइटल. ओके, सेकंड चीज जो अनाउंस होगा वो उसका फर्स्ट लुक होगा. थर्ड चीज जो अनाउंस होगा वो उसका ट्रेलर होगा. फोर्थ चीज जो अनाउंस होगा वो रिलीज डेट होगा, ट्रेलर के साथ आया रहेगा वो, बट इट्स नॉट द मेन थिंग, राइट? So now what happens is, based on importance, we have to give information to people. Now, how do you communicate this importance to the computer or to Google search? You do this with the help of tags. So what it is said normally as a good practice, in the H1 tag, which is your title tag, you need to have your keyword present for sure. Okay. So if you're writing about, let's say, any topic, let's catch the topic of work from home. Okay. If you're writing about work from home, then you need to have work from home in your title somehow. Okay. That's a good practice to have if you want to rank for it. Similarly, if you are having subtitles, okay, or subheadings, sorry. So subheadings will also have something related to that particular keyword. So if you see this example in front of you, here it says how to do SEO for blogs, and the subheading is creating content readers will love. Okay. Now this is the way in which you can, so SEO for blogs bola hai and creating content readers. So content and SEO are go hand in hand. So there is a connection and Google understands this connection today. Okay. Moving on. Write like a human. Okay. So there are two pieces of text which I would like you guys to read. This is the first one. Okay. I'll just read it out loud. So this is the Right Brain Challenge, a Tata Steel literary contest. Let the literary world know you are ready to bedazzle with your right brain spirits. After 3 successful editions, Tata Steel is back with the 4th edition of the Right Brain Challenge. Write us a story based on your favorite book. Top writers will have their stories featured and win prizes. Don't forget to spread the news among your friends and family. Okay, let's consider this is example A. Okay, there is this which is example B. I will read this out again. The Right Brain Challenge. Bedazzle the literati with your right brain skills. We are back with the 4th edition of the Right Brain Challenge. To participate, write us a story based on your favorite book. Top writers to get their stories featured and win prizes. Don't forget to spread the news with friends and family. So, put on your inking caps and start writing. Think before you ink. Okay, consider this as example B. Which one do you prefer? Example A or B? Please type in example A or B, A or B. Just type in which one do you like. Okay. Okay, everyone, like right now I got 4, 5 people. Okay, everyone is leaning towards B. Okay, now my question out here is Vidya says A, but apart from that, maximum like all the people are saying B, which is great. Now, can you guys tell me why do you guys like this B more? Why example B? Just put a one-liner for that explanation. Or if someone can raise their hand, then I can actually allow them to talk, and that would also be good. Amay says more human touch. Yeah, Amay. Diwali says points. Okay. Sanjay says it's catchy, innovative. Sayed says it's read easily, understood easily. Okay. Thanks a lot. So now, what you guys have all mentioned out here, right? Four people have, four, five, six people have mentioned, okay, 6 to 7 people. And what they are mentioning out here is it's easy to read, it's easy to understand. Now, the whole idea about this part is to write like a human. When we say write like a human, you need to understand how we talk. We do not talk in paragraphs, we talk in sentences, first thing. Okay. Now, this is where we start. The first part, which is example A, is just, one way of putting this out there. Okay. Which is a very corporate speak or corporate kind of a language. Whereas the other one, this is a more human way. You guys have put in all the points that it has, it is broken down, it is simple, it is easy to read, it is attractive, all those things, which is correct. Sad part is on the Tata Steel website, the first one was the example which is out there. Okay. So actually what I did is I just took the text from here and I made a version out of it for myself. Okay. But it's great. You guys recognize what reading human based language looks like. Because if you know what it looks like to read like a human or to write like a human, you will be able to, do this for yourself. This is not the right way. Even if Tata Steel ne dala hai, this is not the right way to put it out there. I'll show you some other issues in this which are there. Okay, one of the main thing is it's a Tata Steel ka contest. Everyone knows that. Because it's on the Tata Steel ka website, but still they are going on to or paraphrase. It's a Tata Steel literary contest. Okay. Second thing is if you see in the text, the second line reads like, after 3 successful editions, Tata Steel is back with the 4th edition of the Right Brain Challenge. Now, everyone knows 3 के बाद 4 आता है. ये बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. They could have just said Tata Steel is back with the 4th edition of the Right Brain Challenge, and that would have been, okay. So, but it is showing pompousness, it is showing all these things, and that is what I'm saying in terms of redundancy. If you are writing just to increase the word count, Google is smart today to understand that. And that's why this text is not going to help you. The other text would certainly help you. Okay. So that's what we wrote. Okay. We wrote that. So I took example B and I just want to illustrate how the bot reads it. Okay. Google reads it like this. Google reads it by not reading the terms or the words which are going to be very basic and maybe just connectors or fillers and all those things. Because Google understands the, with, we, are, ये सारी चीजें जो है हर जगह पे रहने वाली है. So how Google makes sense out of things is it basically understands, okay, there are these words which are there and there is some connection. So if these guys are saying right brain challenge, there is also a word called participate. Okay, there is also a word called favorite book. There is also a word called writing. So and win prizes. So what Google understands is, okay, this is a challenge, and this is how, these are the rules, and this is the date. If you have put a date, then date bhi samajh jayega. what you need to understand is, or what I'm trying to explain to you over here is how the bot reads. Because if the bot reads like this, your words which you're putting out there, okay, mean a lot. And if you see, almost 50% of the text was not read by the bot itself. So when you start looking at yourself, like there is this whole stupid idea in the SEO space for some reason, 250 words के blog लिखते हैं, 350 words के blog लिखते हैं. अगर आपने 350 वर्ड्स के ब्लॉग लिखे, उसमें से आधे वर्ड्स जो है रैंक भी नहीं होने वाले, बिकॉज इट्स गोइंग टू बी रिडंडेंट. ओके, सो Sayyid says, yeah, Sayyid. So Sayyid, if you have some point, please add in over there. So this whole idea of 350 word articles, 250 word articles, that is not going to help you rank anywhere. Okay, it's just an exercise which you can say people do to just tell themselves that they are blogging or they are doing something for SEO, but usse kuch nahi hone wala hai. So what you need to start doing is you need to start looking at this in a different way. That's why today, if you think of writing a blog, you need to write at least 1200 words ka blog. Okay, when you write 1200 words ka blog, then you might have around 500 to 600 words, which, if given in the right format, will make sense to Google. Okay. So how does this, all go in? If we write the boy went home, the bot reads boy went home. What the bot understands also, based on, AI, machine learning and neural network and everything, it understands boy के synonyms are lad, child, kid. Home के synonyms are house, place, pad, accommodation. Okay, so it makes all this connection by itself. So imagine right now, if we write, the boy went home early as he was late for his PUBG tournament. The sooner he connected, his Discord started giving tons of notifications. That day, PUBG was banned along with 113 Chinese apps in India. He headed to YouTube to check what Team Soul has to say. He went through Tanmay's live Shraddhanjali. Okay. Now, this is just me giving you an example that if we write a paragraph like this, okay, which is descriptive of something which has happened, what Google does, or what Google is interested in, is what are the words which are, important. So the important keywords are boy, PUBG, Discord, Tanmay, Team Soul, Shraddhanjali, band, Chinese apps, India. Based on this, there is a keyword footprint that Google starts mapping out. And with this keyword footprint, it starts making sense. Okay, what this site or what this person is trying to talk about is something related to an age group of, you can say, 16 to or 14 to 24-year-olds. Okay. Now in this, and Google has all the information. So just imagine the intelligence out there. Google knows through the Google App Store what apps are getting downloaded. So PUBG was an app in the Google App Store, Google Play Store, sorry. So imagine when we put up this blog, Google's algorithm is going through website पे किसने ये blog पहले डाला है. Okay, and it starts seeing that there are news of 113 Chinese apps getting banned everywhere. So Google starts intelligently now going through your text and starts seeing कि अच्छा ये बोल क्या रहा है, is it of any value? So what we have done is we have created a universe or an ecosystem of keywords out here, which are all related to PUBG in some way, shape or form. Okay, so Tanmay Bhatt does live stream on YouTube. Again, Google-based entity. Okay, Team Soul again does live stream, and it's one of India's PUBG teams out there. So when you start putting out relevant names or relevant keywords, which Google will understand easily because it is on their platform, they will try and see if your content makes sense. Over a period of time, you start getting ranked. Is this funda clear to you guys? Like, this is how Google works. Like, when I started looking at search engine or writing for search engine like this, it changed my perspective. You know, earlier it was like, what Vikrant said, Upper. Vikrant said, ki, I just want to write, good content without looking at keywords. But what I am telling you guys is, it's not about the keyword. It's about the universe of keywords. Okay. Google today is intelligent. They know it for a fact ki, okay, if you guys are talking about Discord is connected to the gaming world. Okay. And in this way, it works. Amay asks an interesting question. Do the same concepts apply to other search engines like Bing? Absolutely. Search engines only work on this concept. Okay. And most of the search engines work within this way itself. Google search engine, you need to understand, is one of the most popular ones, but doesn't mean it's the one of the most correct ones out there. Okay, but the concepts remain the same. Few concepts of Google search engine or few ideas which they are using to rank pages and everything, they are also taken from other search engines. Like DuckDuckGo has an influence on what Google also does in some way, shape, or form. So all of these things, they relate. And think of it in a fundamental level. It's a computer, okay, and the computer needs to understand what you are writing about to make these connections. Why Google works or why Google is ranking higher? Because Google was the one of the first movers in the market to work on this. Other top search engines, Bing is there, there is DuckDuckGo. Okay, so these are normally 95%, I would say Google is what you would be looking at. If you go to a market like China, then you start looking at Baidu, okay, because they don't use Google. So, yeah. So, again, just a reminder, you need to not think keyword, you need to think keywords. Keywords basically are a universe of related content, okay. Now, what I mean, so आपका जो SEO वाला बंदा रहेगा ना, SEO वाला बंदा क्या बताएगा आपको? LSI keywords. एंड LSI keywords, अगर आप उसको भी पूछोगे, वो इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड जवाब आपको देगा कि you will get lost. But I will show you later how that concept works. Okay. But what I just appeal to you guys is, think not just one keyword. And there's this whole, there are a lot of myths about how many keywords to rank for and all those things. Like what they say is, दो तीन कीवर्ड लेके ही उसको एक पेज पे डालो. Like these are the kind of ideas which you get. But Brian Dean from Backlinko, okay, he, in his articles, or if you read his interviews or something, he has pages that rank for 250 keywords. Okay, because end of the day, it's just about words. Whatever words, if you make that connection properly, if you internally link it, if you have good backlinks out there, then it would, create that network effect. So always, my beef with SEO people is, do not think keyword, think a system or an ecosystem of keywords. Okay. So this is my favorite content marketer out there, Anne Handley. She just gives a very simple, she just simplifies content writing in so many ways, right? One of the things she says is, the key to engaging content is think bigger, bolder, braver. And this is so true, because if you are not ready to take chances, okay, if you are not ready to put your judgments out there, I would say be biased towards what you believe. If you can be biased towards what you believe, and if you can write about that, that is going to help you. Okay. So the brief. Now, this is the most important thing which I want you guys to understand. Content writing starts with a brief, not this brief, obviously. Okay, a different kind of brief. So This is the kind of brief you need to have before starting to write, or before giving a content writer, a piece of a blog or a topic or a web page or an ebook, whatever it is, right? Before giving someone to write something, you need to define this for them. What it is, you need to first define the core purpose in 3 lines, which includes the brand name, why they are writing this, why the brand is writing this blog, okay, and who is the audience of the brand. If you can't define the core purpose in these 3 lines, having these three answers, the person is not going to be able to do anything. Okay. Second part is you need to define at least 3 to 4 keywords to start with, and then they will make their connections. Now, the third part is research, which the writer will do. Okay. But you can give them a jump start. How you can give them a jump start is you can just search the keywords and find out what top 10 results are on Google, okay, and what is being written out there. If you even figure out what the headings and subheadings is. So this is the most simplest thing out there. What you could just do is go on to Google, and let's say I would just write at this moment work from home furniture. Okay. So if this is my keyword, work from home furniture, and I see these top 10 results, okay, not the ad, but the other things, all of these results are here on the top because of some or the other reason. If you see, many of them are e-commerce sites, and that's okay. E-commerce sites are ranking higher on Google. If you see, the ads also are now coming from e-commerce sites, which is good. But we need to understand how they got there in terms of organic. So some people have used, if you see out here, and this is one of the secrets, if you just see these words out there, right? The title as well as the transcript, which is here, you'll get to understand few things. Okay. So I did this same search. Okay. What did I get? So I made a note. So I searched for work from home desk. Now, top 10 things which I got is work from home because that's my keyword. The second thing I understood is we need to talk about some challenges in working from home, because how do I introduce the topic? Okay. If I want to write a blog on this, I need to introduce something. So that's how I came to this part. The second thing, if you notice in the search, right? If you notice in the search, there are categories, different kinds of desks are there. So if I write work from home desks, my search changes. So desk आता है, फिर आता है table for laptop study, work chairs, laptop table, office desk, you know. So there are a lot of these things which come in this category. So what I do is I just make a note of it. What are the type of desks? Because on top first page, Google finds it important to show the different types of desks, is what my analysis has been. What were these type of desks? Work desk, computer desk, study table, motion table. ये मैंने लिख दिया. फीचर्स भी वो लोग बात कर रहे हैं. कोई कोई लोग अगर आप देखोगे, okay, some of them include, one second, yeah, well designed office chair. Okay, if I just search, ergonomic किधर तो है, मुझे दिख नहीं रहा है. People also ask, this is an important section. Okay, multi-function, working from home can make it difficult. Okay, lets you physically put the office away. So they are talking about some comfort and all those things. So I start writing about features of a good desk, ergonomics, comfort, storage, space utilization. Now this is थोड़ा मैं अपना भी input डाल रहा हूँ. Space utilization in a city like Bombay is very much necessary in a country like India, all the more. So that's why I put that in. Then a subcategory, even though my topic is work from home desk, I'm putting in chairs. Some other things which I put in is inspirational home design ideas, because I saw e-commerce sites are, getting ranked because of that. I saw office furniture as a keyword. I saw one more idea was ki buy or rent. If e-commerce sites are getting ranked high, can I rank myself higher than that? If they are saying buy now and all these words, can I put in buy, rent? Can I use their names and maybe do something? So that's an experiment which I wanted to do. And then I want a conclusion. So this is the brief. Okay. If you guys don't give this to the writer, or if you are a writer and you don't do this, you cannot write for SEO. Because what you are then doing is you are just आप बोल रहे हो कि आप blog लिख रहे हो but आप हवे में blog लिख रहे हो. And for most of the time I used to not do this, and I used to just satisfy myself creatively. Okay, mind you, this is not creative work, this is a technical work. Technically आपको ये करना पड़ेगा, ये होने के बाद you can become creative. Okay, so the first draft which you need to do is you need to write like a human. So you use maybe a content structure which you want to use. So content structure, one of the most simplest ones which many people are using is AIDA. Okay, you could use AIDA as a content structure. Okay, that could help you to formulate your content in a simple way. I have covered that topic in a previous webinar. So I would, in the few, I think by this week, I will be sharing an online link with all of you guys for all the webinars that have happened in the past. So I will link that one also out there, so you can check it out. You need to introduce, this is the first part, introduce your topic in a simple way. Start using keywords from the get-go and remember H1 and H2. So that's it. Your first draft, अगर ये चार rule आप follow करोगे and लिखोगे, your first draft will be, easily done. And you already got your skeleton structure out here. You just need to flesh it out in the first draft. Okay. Then comes revision 1. Now, revision 1 is where things start getting interesting, because you are now reading it like a bot. First, you were writing it like a human. Now you have to read it like a bot. So you need to think of it. Are you using the keywords in your title, in your subheading? So this is again same as the first part only, but this is now when you write, you are in a different, you're wearing a different cap. When you read, you're wearing a completely different, and take a break between these two processes. Do not start writing and then start reading it, because you will never get this. Always take a break. Okay, look at your work and then start revising it. Make a note ki all these points I need to do. Google Docs has suggestions out there. You can mark out your revisions and all those things. So do this, and when you start doing this, you will start to understand कि keywords आपने कुछ जगह पे miss किए हैं, वो optimize हो जाएगा. Because the entire process which we are doing is for optimization. Okay. Is the first para having a good mix of keyword or variations? If you remember the very second, I think the third slide today, wherein I showed you what Wikipedia has written. Okay. What Wikipedia has written was a definition of SEO, but the way they have written it, उसमें SEO use हो रहा है term, traffic use हो रहा है, web use हो रहा है, SEO का short form use हो रहा है, search use हो रहा है, rank use हो रहा है. All these words which are interconnected, which is the keyword footprint, is all connected. So that's when you will be able to answer, do you have a positive keyword footprint? Okay. And the last part to this is, look at your outline which you had created. Are all the points covered? If all the points are covered, then you are in a good space. What you will do next is you will start looking at a hummingbird. Okay, doesn't make sense. Okay, so Google basically has an algorithm called the hummingbird algorithm. Okay, now through the hummingbird algorithm, Google has one major shift in the way it reads content. Earlier, before hummingbird came into picture, Google used to just read keywords and understand, अच्छा ये keyword 10 बार आया, ये अच्छा article है. Today Google understands the contextuality. If you write coffee, okay, Google knows it based on other articles that have been written. The coffee comes for, like, people write coffee for productivity. Like, if high, you can say fitness people, okay, fitness trainers, people who are interested in startups, people who are entrepreneurs, people who work hard, they are all relating to coffee. They're like, I need a coffee break. I need to have my coffee, and all these things. So Google understands the word coffee has certain context to it in this universe, which is around productivity, startup, entrepreneurship, fitness, Starbucks. With this, what happens is Google immediately आपके keyword को अभी जब देखता है, it starts comparing with across all these kind of different niches and starts trying to understand whether which topic are you talking about, because कीवर्ड से अभी गूगल टॉपिक समझने लग गए. The main difference is this: keyword is just a singular, topic is a bunch of connected keywords or extended topics. So what I mean by this is, if you are a startup, okay, who is trying to rank, which is a SaaS based startup, and your SaaS based product helps in productivity. Okay, so it's something maybe to do like Slack or else Trello or something like that. Imagine you writing for a bunch of, so your audience is entrepreneurs, and you giving entrepreneurs tips, and one of the tips which you give is coffee. Okay, and if there is a coffee sale or a discount somewhere available, and you smartly integrate that coffee into your blog, okay, and you spin it out as an offer for all the entrepreneurs who join you, Google will love that kind of relation, and Google will start ranking you higher. So wherever coffee is starting, like coffee and startup, ये दो combination आएगा, your blog will start going in, okay, or your page will start ranking. So that's how Google today understands topics and not just keywords. So your focus today needs to be a whole, you can say, plethora of topics rather than this. One of the best people who you can understand this from is HubSpot. What HubSpot does is, HubSpot, if you search anything for digital marketing, HubSpot का page first page on Google पे ही रहेगा. If you write digital marketing, if you write email marketing, if you write inbound marketing, anything, high chances they will come up on top because they know their ecosystem. Even yesterday I was just searching for a company profile format, and HubSpot started ranking over there because they have understood that when they are working with, you can say, people in the ecosystem of startups or companies, there comes a time when they have to write a company profile. And company profile जब लिखना होगा, अगर हम लोग उनकी मदद तब कर सकते हैं तो बेस्ट रहेगा. I say HubSpot always uses the IDA framework. Not really. There are many frameworks which they use, but IDA is one of the popular. You would find at least, I think, 70 to 80% of people using the IDA framework everywhere. So that's why we feel that, but that's not true. Okay, so that's how Google understands, and this is where I am saying the keyword footprint, okay, as well as contextuality of the ecosystem. That is, if your keyword is there, what topic does it relate to? So again, giving you guys an idea, right now in the startup ecosystem, there are a lot of people who are downloading the app, downloading reading apps. Okay, one of the app is Blinkist. बहुत लोग, जितने भी लोग entrepreneurs हैं आज के डे में, वो लोग Blinkist एक बार तो डाउनलोड करते ही हैं. Okay, वो लोग ने, maybe they read, they don't read, but they download it because in the space of entrepreneurship, one of the main things which is spread like wildfire is you should read. So people start looking at books, and then they find acha Blinkist is the simplest way. I am not that much into reading, but what I can do is I can just go through a 15-minute short form content on a book. Okay, so that's how it works, and that's how now Google understands all of this. So what you need to do is first, so I'll just recap a bit. You write like a human, you read like a bot. Then because the bird came in, the hummingbird came in, you need to start tweaking for the bird. So what is this whole thing which I was explaining to you guys? This is nothing else but Google searches for answers to routine questions. Okay, Google searches for answers like what, where, how, when, why. जब अगर आपने what आंसर किया तो आप इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हो, अगर आपने where आंसर किया तो आप लोकेशन दे रहे हो, which is used in Google Maps. If you answer how, then you are giving a process. Google identifies this. If you are uh, if you are explaining when, then Google identifies this as historical content. And if you are explaining, if you can explain why, then Google understands this is authority. Okay, so this is how Hummingbird understands. Second part to this is you need to start giving this information, which is in the case of work from home desk. Okay, I just put in these questions in context. What are some of the work from home desks one can buy? Where can you get the work from home desk? Online. How to assemble your work from home desk? When will work from home end? Why buy work from home desk from this brand? What's happening out here is, if अपन ने जो blog लिखा है या जो लिख रहे हैं, which is our first draft, okay, which is for work from home desk, if in this particular draft you can answer these questions, you will gain authority. So if you think about it, जो first draft है वो यहाँ आने के बाद full change हो जाएगा. And that's why it was a draft, and your second draft is going to be solid and it will have these answers in it. Okay, you just need to add these answers there. I'll show you an example. So basically you need to tweak for the bird. You need to just respond to those questions. You need to say the best work from home desk for comfort is blah blah blah. So आपको type of desk पूछा. Imagine आपने type of desk लिखा है कि ये 4 type of desks है. उसके end में आपने लिख दिया the best work from home desk for comfort is a standing desk. Why the standing desk? Because the standing desk helps you to not just work in a sedentary position, that is sitting down all the time, but it also helps you to stay active and have your regular, you can say, productivity while standing up. It's ideal for, you can say, work from home, because people who are spending X amount of hours in a sedentary lifestyle are complaining of issues like back pain, obesity, blah, blah, blah. Now, what you have done is you have given solid information to people. You have answered what and why. Second is you can also answer it in this way. As soon as I ordered, I got my work from home desk in just 5 days. Okay, the experience was effortless. And this can be a testimonial from a customer intelligently placed in a blog. Okay, to break your bubble, testimonials that you see online most of the times are created by the marketing teams. So don't think of acha mujhe ye abhi testimonial वैसा नहीं मिलेगा. You have to create a testimonial, send it to the customer, ask them, can I publish this? If they say yes, or if they tweak it a bit, take that and put it out there. किसी के पास अगर आज आप पूछते हो ना कि मुझे ये लिख के दो, मेरा ब्रांड रेकमेंड करो, कोई नहीं करने वाला है. आपको ये करवा के लेना पड़ेगा. और वो कैसे करवा सकते हैं? You can make their life simpler. Write for them. Maybe the problem is writing it in English. Maybe their problem is not able to communicate their thoughts clearly. So if you write something good and share, and they will be like, अच्छा मेरा नाम इसके साथ जाएगा, सही है, कर लो. Okay. And the third example which I'm giving is the following steps highlights how you can. Now this is answering, this is a group of instructions. So how you can install your work from home desk easily in 5 minutes. Okay. So when you give these answers, if you write it in this way, it is a bot end of the day. The bot just is searching. If the answer they get fits their question, your content starts ranking. Let's look at something. So if you see over here, यहाँ पे people also ask, how do you work from home if you don't have a desk? And Google has answered. See this. किसी ने तो लिखा है ये. What office supplies do I need to work from home? So you know these are all the questions Google is searching the answers for. Okay, see this. What you need to do is you need to just give the right answer. Give a proper answer with proper proof, and that's how Google will say, this is the answer I want to show. Okay, it's a journey, but it's a good journey to take. One of the, like, this is I think the second last revision which you need to do is you need to, don't think of grammar all this time, but in your revision 3 just put in your text, check your score. Okay, your grammar basic सब fix हो जाएगा. वहाँ पे एक score आता है which is maybe it will be 60 to 70 आराम से हमेशा रहता है, but try to push it to 80 to 90. Okay, because it then goes into a top rank of articles which are, you know, easier for anyone to read, as well as easier for search engines to go through. Repeat हो रहा है ये भी grammarly highlight करता है many of the times. So if you can fix those repetitions, that will help you. Now one of the main things which was a shocker to me when I started off, how many, like, you know, what grade am I writing for? So we always feel कि we are writing for professionals in the B2B space or B2C space. ये लोग adults है, मेरा target audience is 35 to 45 या 24 to 35. But at the end of the day, you know, the grade which we need to write for is a grade 8 to 10. यानी 8 से 10 standard, 8 to 10 standard के लिए we have to write. So imagine you need to write simple stuff. If you go to HubSpot, okay, read their text, it's simple. If you go to Neil Patel, read his text, it's simple. Anyone can understand. A kid will read it easily. So you don't need jargons, you don't need complicated text, you just need simple text in simple ways with the break and the spaces जो मैंने पहले दिखाया था. Okay, so this is fairly a quicker revision. If you sit through this will happen in like 30 to 40 minutes. Okay. The last part is SEO writing assistant. This is just pushing it. Like ये करना है तो करो, करोगे तो अच्छा है, वैसा सीन है. Because this uses paid tools like SEMrush and Ntopic. Now what you do is through this tool you start putting in your text into these tools, and the tool intelligently goes through all your keywords. It will recommend you keywords to add. It will also recommend you at times where do you get the backlink for. It's not always optimized for India, but you can still search. It's improving day by day. But this is a paid word, a paid thing. So I would say अगर कर सकते हो तो करना, वरना इसके ऊपर अभी के लिए सोचना मत. Okay, and SEMrush is slightly expensive for some reason. Okay, so I think, yeah, I think that's all, folks. So any questions or doubts which you guys have, then I would be open to take it right now. Okay, it would be really helpful for others. So please ask questions. Please let me know, what do you guys think? What is it more that you have doubts in? Okay, because this is a newer format which I tried, because this keeps us in structure. Awesome. Sanjay Rawat liked it. Thank you, Sanjay. So if you guys want to connect with me, okay, you can go on to Insta at Jeet Ajani, LinkedIn Jaljit Ajani, email jeet@synclarity.in. Okay. Um, there are a few more upcoming webinars which I would like to bring your attention to. 1 second. Okay. Which all place can we... Okay, Amay, this... So Amay is asking a question, which all place can we use these concepts for writing content? Amay, everywhere. All content can be written like this. It can be for a blog page. It can be for a web, you can say company page. It can be for maybe a ebook also. So, or a landing page as well. So use it anywhere and everywhere. Vikrant is asking Grammarly free version will do. Yeah, Vikrant, Grammarly free version will help you quite a bit. But if you're using a lot of Grammarly, I would recommend going in for the paid version. Okay. There is Preetham Pandey. His question is, do we have to use keywords as it is or can change it according to our requirement? Like keyword is men beauty product, but the keyword to be used in title is men's beauty product. What to be done? Preetham, it doesn't matter. Google, as I mentioned, is intelligent. Today, if you write men's beauty product, it will also make the connection key you're talking about male beauty products. Okay, it will also make it like boy, man, adult man, all those things are covered in your men's beauty. So you don't need to be very keyword specific in that sense, but you need to start with few keywords which you keep consistent in your title. So if it's men's beauty products, because that's how people read it, not Google. Okay, so there it's not about how Google is reading it, but how people are going to read it. So I think men's beauty products is what you should go in for. Preetham, we will be uploading this recording very soon, I think in this week. So, Amay, yes, we will be sharing this recording with you guys. Just give us time till I think Tuesday. We will be mailing you a link on our website wherein you can see all the sessions. So all of the sessions which we have been doing for Synclarity webinars will be live on our site by Tuesday. Awesome. Anything else, guys? Yes, I just have few announcements to make. Okay. So thanks, Preetham. One of our next sessions, which is happening on 12th September, 11 a.m., is Trello for project management. Okay. Now, we have been using Trello as an agency for the last 3 years, and we have used quite a bit of strategies and tactics out there, and we use it day in day out, and we love it. We can't live without it, and it's a free tool which I think anyone and everyone should use it. So I will be taking this session next Saturday. Okay, on 19th of September, I'll be doing a video creation workshop, which is for the serious marketer. Okay, how do you create video, and how do you actually, start pushing out your ideas onto that video? So I'll be doing this. And 26th September, there's the one-page digital marketing plan. This is going to be a crazy session wherein uh, right now what happens is the problem with so many marketers which I see is they are all over the place. They don't know what to do when. So a one-page digital marketing plan helps people to keep themselves on track and their team on track and still achieve what they have to achieve. So that's happening on 26th September. All of these sessions will go live tomorrow. So we will be sharing links on Instagram as well as all the related sites like Facebook, Meetup, LinkedIn, everywhere. This will be live by, I think, Monday. So we will share this with you. Yeah, so that's it from my side. Vikrant has one question. So I would like to answer that. On landing pages, people use repeated sentences for conversion. What I use, not required, Vikrant. Landing pages are, the simplest form of pages which need to be created. You cannot have repeated sentences there. I believe because landing page is not that long a page. Okay. You can use repeated sentences, or people use repeated sentences in long form content like blogs or something, but landing pages, I don't really see the point out there. Okay. So guys, that's it from my side. If anything, you have my details here. Okay. Again, thanks a lot. You've been a great crowd. And if anything, just feel free to reach out. Let's catch up next Saturday. Cheers. Bye bye.